To this now, there were fiery exchanges the last time EFF leader Julius Malema and his bodyguard Adriaan Snyman appeared in court for their firearm discharge trial. The duo are back in the East London Magistrates Court tomorrow for closing arguments. The pair are accused of allegedly firing shots during the party's 5th birthday celebrations. This was back in 2018. Newzroom Afrika's Sipha Kema joining us live now for a quick sneak peek into what will be part of what will essentially be discussed in court, Sipha, tomorrow. These are closing arguments. What is expected after the day's proceedings, you think?
Well, Xoli, I mean, it would only make sense for me to just give you a quick highlight of what has actually transpired throughout this trial as it now finally drawing to a close. We know that in 2018, the charges were laid, or rather filed, by AfriForum against EFF leader Julius Malema, as well as his bodyguard Adriaan Snyman. But of course, because of the delays and the obstacles within this case that we've seen for the past 6 years, it only officially began in 2022 in March. That's when we saw the state leading evidence, of course, with the 19 witnesses there, Xoli, over the course of the years. Of course, that was also, we saw a number of issues as well during the process of that trial when it officially started, such as in February, we saw the EFF leader's defense team, as well as Adriaan Snyman's defense team, requesting for Magistrate Toinette Olivier to recuse herself, saying that she was siding basically with one of the witnesses, or assisting one of the witnesses that was brought in by the state. Thereafter, in September, they filed for the case to be dismissed, saying that the state has no case against the EFF leader as well as Snyman. Now, this was because it was discovered during the testimonies given by the state witnesses, 3 of those state witnesses, they actually omitted some evidence in their affidavit, in their statements, which was then they were cornered on the stand, where they were asked about certain discrepancies that did not appear in the statements that had occurred, or some that were left out. And they actually admitted, Xoli, saying that, no, yes, we forgot about this. Yes, we did leave this out. That's when the defense team then filed for the case to be dismissed, saying that the state does not have sufficient evidence against the EFF leader as well as his bodyguard. But the case, that application was dismissed, and we saw the trial continue. And then finally, the defense brought in 2 of their witnesses, which was ballistics experts as well as a firearm expert. And of course, Malema was the last person to take the stand for the defense team, where we saw those fiery exchanges, as you mentioned, and rebuttals between himself and the state advocate, Julius Caesar, going back and forth between the two, where Malema even saying that this case is politically motivated. But of course, tomorrow we are expecting the closing arguments there, Xoli, where we're going to hear from the state on finalizing the evidence that it has brought forward, as well as the defense team itself.
Sipha Kema, thank you very much, giving us a brief look back at this trial, a long-running one. This incident, you'll recall, happened back in 2018 at the Sisa Dugashe Stadium.